Welcome to this strategic recruiting video supporting Chapter 6. The title is Your Hidden Job Market. Remember that you may pause or stop the video in order to review the lessons being learned. Thank you. This is a figure from Kno's Human Resource Management, and on the upper right, the number one source of recruitment are referrals. Referrals from current employees, referrals from headhunters, referrals from people you know, referrals from private organizations that support your career field that's under recruitment. What are the implications for a manager or a recruiter, or for that matter, a job searcher? It's just that networking in the hidden job market is a critical skill, and that one should pick up the techniques of informational interviewing. In our Valentine readings, in section 6-5C, employee referrals is prominently displayed. Let's explore more on networking and this informational interviewing.
I'm not that smart. Let me tell you where I got my knowledge years ago, and it was from Dick Bowles, and his book is entitled, What Color is Your Parachute? Now, I got to know his 1992 version, so I kind of let you know about my maturity. But there's a current version of the book in the St. Ambrose library. But Dick gives most of his information away at his website. And listed in the very upper left is his website, jobhuntersbible.com. You have a link to jobhuntersbible.com in your Week 2 Additional Resources folder. Look in the Chapter 5 folder. Well, he's kind of the old guru on informational interviewing and networking in the hidden job market. Let me tell you what lessons I've taken away from Dick and applied to myself and all the other clients I've helped over the decades. You've heard the expression, birds of a feather flock together. Well, figure your feather and flock. People with like-type interests know people with similar interests, which lead to more people with similar interests. So if you're looking for somebody to be a pipe fitter, where do pipe fitters hang? Well, at the pipe fitting union. Human resource managers, they hang out at the Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM, at shrm.org. Who loves dentists? The American Dental Association. If you can figure out what is going on with a person's career field, which organizations and people cater and nurture people in that career field. Look at this saying for a moment. If you're not smart enough to find them, you're not smart enough to work for them. Think about it. In your job search, you recruit them through networking in the hidden job market. So let's discuss networking in the hidden job market. Displayed here on the slide on the left is a job search objective. You'll need this for your career development. That's a later chapter, but right now we're into recruitment. We're looking for candidates that have a job search objective. It consists of 4 elements: job, location, money, and the priority of those 3. Because if you, as a career developer, can tell me your job and your location and your money, then who has the power to hire you for that job, in that location, for that money? There's only so many people in the world that can enable you to achieve your job search objective. Well, why aren't you talking to them? Well, sometimes it's not so easy. We need a go-between. So there's a go-between. Any person or organization who can provide you information and referrals from the job searcher through the intermediary to the person who has the power to hire you. And it works going the other way also. These organizations that are hiring are going to go to their referral contacts. And if the referral contacts know you, then they can refer you to them. They're go-betweens. This is a very powerful slide. You're going to want this again for your career development. The objective has 4 elements: job, location, money, and the priority of those 3. Once I know which order they're in, then who has the power to hire you for that job and that location for that money? You get to know them by networking in the hidden job market, and you need some go-betweens. Let's continue with that thought. This is a screenshot of a portion of Dick Bolz's website, jobhuntersbible.com, and a portion of his book, What Color is Your Parachute? And it just has advice on networking in the hidden job market. So this is where I picked up this concept of informational interviewing. It's worked for me wonderfully over the decades and for my numerous clients. Number 1 recommendation for you in answering your discussion board is look in the Occupational Outlook Handbook. When you go into a career field, I, of course, pick the Human Resource Manager, and you're looking at all the different information, click on the More Information, and what comes up are contacts for the organizations and their websites. You're looking for a Human Resource Manager. Why, the first thing on it on the slide is going to come up and go, look at the Society for Human Resource Management, because where would HR managers go to look at the specialized job boards and receive information? A great contact source would be local chapters. And remember, the local chapter of SHRM is the Great River Human Resource Association at grhra.org. It's a go-between. So what's your focus job, and what information is in the Occupational Outlook Handbook website, and what does it recommend that job searchers and recruiters and organizations with vacancies, where can they meet up? Inside the professional organizations that cater to that career field. You have a link in this week's additional resource folder. Check it out. You in St. Ambrose have a warm network of people who have volunteered to be informationally interviewed and service referrals. And they've been gathered up and organized for you by the St. Ambrose Career Center. They're on the 2nd floor of the Rogowski Center. If you go to the St. Ambrose website, look up the Career Center. There's the URL, the web address at the top. You look down the For Students section, they have what's called the B Connection. You can register in the B Connection. Once they confirm you really are who you say you are, you can go into the database. As you see on the bottom there, I put in search for human resources or jobs in Cedar Rapids. What are you looking for? And it will search the database and find people that have volunteered to be informationally interviewed and be referral and information sources for you because of your St. Ambrose connection. It's not directly job searching, it's professional development, career development, it's relationship development. Yes, it's job searching, but you kind of leave that alone. I'll talk about more of that in a moment. Some other hints that you're going to need for the discussion board. As I mentioned before, this informational interviewing is not direct job searching. Yes, it is, but you don't treat it that way. It's professional development, professional relationship development. So I provided a handout. You have it in the additional resources for Chapter 5 in this week's Blackboard. You also have a copy in the web link that we used in Blackboard to get to this lecture. Informational interviewing is asking questions and answering questions from your contacts. You recruit them. You interview them. And one person leads to another person, leads to hopefully the person that has the power to hire you. If they know you before they need to recruit you, then it's so much easier in the selection process. So this handout's available for you to read and use. Well, that wraps up this lecture. Here's the references that I used to develop this lecture. And get busy. Network, network, network.